Staying with us, Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba got a rowdy welcome earlier on from the people of Alexandra, and now he's about to address the town hall meeting. We understand. Let's take you there now live.
To try and get consensus around ensuring that they are able to control the crowd that they've bussed in here. And that didn't happen. It's really a very sad day for the city of Johannesburg when residents from an area that I grew up in cannot be presented the IDP session. Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much to my fellow MMCs, city manager, the crew, officials of the city of Johannesburg, and the media. Really very sad day for democracy. We're just about to celebrate 25 years of our democracy in just about 2 weeks' time. Celebrate democracy that when we went on the 27th of April 1994, we thought our country will be taken to the next level. Unfortunately, we sit here with something that is a legislative requirement. IDP session is not something that I come into the community because I do a community a favor. I do this because it is my responsibility, it's my constitutional responsibility that when I put a budget together, it must be the budget that we've listened to the residents, and then you can respond to them. As a new administration, when we took over this administration, IDP session before our time, the previous mayor used to just really have one IDP session for the entire city. But when we took over, we took a decision to actually take it to the 7 regions. In fact, Soweto being big, we divided it into 2. So we ended up with 8 IDP sessions. We start first in September, October, where the MMCs, working with the officials and the councillors, they go out into the communities to really get the feedback on what are the pressing issues. As you are aware, I've made it clear, all of you are aware of the massive challenge the city is facing in terms of the backlog. 170 billion rands of infrastructure backlog. So when you go out and listen to the community, you try and really get the feedback. When the clusters conversation started in September, October last year, that's what actually informed us to draft a budget that must be presented to council on the 24th of May. So today, in this particular region, was the final day to now come and listen to people of Region E so that they can give us an input of what are the issues that you felt we've left behind, we've not really listened to. But unfortunately, the community was denied that opportunity. And I'm sure all of you must have realized the majority of the people here were peaceful, wanted to really listen to me as a mayor because we made that announcement, and I think you, in particular as the media, you made sure that the whole day people are aware that there's an IDP session in Alexandra. Unfortunately, it did not happen. The speaker called the ANC councillors before the meeting to brief them about this IDP session. We called them after realizing that the IDP session is not going to be allowed, because when they came in, initially they said, we would allow you, Mayor, to continue if you accept the memorandum. We said, please bring the memorandum forward, which I'm sure all of you observed the memorandum that we've received. We then requested, after realizing that there are people out here to come and disrupt, we requested ANC councillors, please speak to the people who are making noise. Actually, one of the ANC councillors says, if I can go in there, I can make sure that people respond. But I'm not prepared to do that. He's requested my apology, said the mayor must apologize. Apologize for the statements I've made blaming the ANC for this. And we said, we tried to get him to understand that this is not a blame game. This is not a political posturing engagement. This is an IDP session to come and share with the people the draft budget that I need to present to council on the 24th of May. For the question of apologizing for what? Because in fact, MMC Ngubeni said to them, he says, you know, if you want the mayor to apologize, you know how many instances that we can also ask you to apologize. This is not the platform for political posturing. Unfortunately, we're not successful. It's really quite sad that people of Alexander did not get opportunity. But I'm actually, however, grateful that people of Region E, the entire community, is going to get this document. I don't know if you, as a media, you've got this documentation. That gives you the background of what happened in Alexander. From the time when I was invited to come and receive overnight, being expected to drop everything to come and receive the memorandum. I've given the background to this. It's in here, it's a public document as of today, including the Alexander Renewal Project, the problem that happened with that Alexander Renewal Project, including the statement of intent which was signed in June 2016, cases of fraud and corruption of people involved in the looting of state resources. The people of Alexander deserve a much better Alexander than what they're now sitting with. Money was allocated for the renewal of Alexander. And it said that the very same people who are now inciting this is because obviously they know what this whole issue is all about. But fortunately enough, I don't know if the media, you've got this document. It'll be nice reading for my colleagues. If you don't, make sure that the media gets hold of this document. It's a public document, including the draft budget. So today was going to be an opportunity for me now to get further input from people of Alexander and Region E. Unfortunately, they did not really get that opportunity. So therefore, we can only, obviously, at the moment, use this document for people to give us input. Because, as you are aware, IDP and contribution, you don't necessarily have to really give them at the meeting. We will continue inviting people to ensure that they can send us their input the next 2 weeks or so, because I will have to present this final budget on the 24th of May. So thank you very much from my side. I'm not sure, MMC, Ngubeni, if you've got anything to add. What is this? What is this? What is it all about?
Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba, who of course couldn't address the people of Alexandra earlier, clarifying in fact his standpoint, saying today really he was meant to address Region E of Johannesburg about his integrated development plan, which then suggests that him being there wasn't really a response to the calls by the people of Alex for him to go and address them, but he had scheduled the meeting to go and talk about what the city's plans are, Alex being Region E. We'll see what comes out of that. Of course, he was regretting the fact that he couldn't address that meeting, for he believes that whatever he was going to say to the people would address their concerns.